Stories, myths, and legends about the flood. Dear brothers and friends, today we gather to reflect on the numerous stories, myths, and legends from different cultures about a great flood. This reflection will help us better understand the biblical account of Noah's flood, its significance, and the roles of Jehovah and Jesus in this pivotal story. As we explore these accounts, we will consider the teachings of the Scriptures and how faith in Jehovah and Jesus guides us to a deeper and more uplifting understanding. The account of Noah's flood is found in the book of Genesis, chapters 6 to 9. According to the Bible, Jehovah decided to send a flood to destroy the earth due to humanity's corruption and wickedness. In Genesis 6, 5 to 8, we read, "The Lord saw how great the wickedness of the human race had become on the earth, and that every inclination of the thoughts of the human heart was only evil all the time. The Lord regretted that he had made human beings on the earth, and his heart was deeply troubled. So the Lord said, I will wipe from the face of the earth the human race I have created, and with them the animals, the birds, and the creatures that move along the ground, for I regret that I have made them. But Noah found favor in the eyes of the Lord." Noah, a righteous man, was chosen by Jehovah to build an ark and save his family and a remnant of every animal species. The biblical account of the flood has striking parallels in many cultures around the world. These accounts, though varying in details, share common themes, such as the destruction of humanity by a massive flood, the preservation of a select group of people and animals, and divine intervention. Below, we will explore some of these stories and their possible connection to the biblical narrative. The Epic of Gilgamesh. One of the oldest and most well-known accounts is the Epic of Gilgamesh, a Mesopotamian epic that includes a story of a great flood. In this epic, the character Utnapishtim receives instructions from a god to build a boat and save his family and a group of animals from a flood intended to destroy humanity. The similarities to Noah's story are notable, including the construction of the boat, the preservation of life, and the recession of the waters. The legend of Deucalion and Pyrrha. In Greek mythology, Deucalion and his wife Pyrrha are the only survivors of a great flood sent by Zeus to punish humanity for its wickedness. Warned by the god Prometheus, they build an ark and survive the flood, repopulating the earth after the waters recede. This story also reflects elements of the biblical account, including the destruction and renewal of humanity. The Flood of Manu. In Hindu mythology, Manu is warned by the god Vishnu about a flood that will destroy all life. Manu builds a boat and, with Vishnu's help, saves the living species. After the flood, Manu repopulates the earth. This account shares the themes of divine warning, boat construction, and the preservation of life. The Aztec flood legend. In Aztec mythology, there is a story of a great flood sent by the gods to destroy humanity. Only one man and one woman survive the flood by hiding in a great tree or a cave. After the flood, they repopulate the earth. Although the details differ, the themes of destruction and renewal are similar to Noah's story. These flood stories from different cultures have led many to consider whether they have a common origin or reflect a historical event that left a deep impression on humanity's collective memory. Some scholars suggest that these stories might be versions of a real event, interpreted and passed down in various ways across generations. Jehovah's involvement in the biblical flood account is fundamental. Jehovah, in his justice, decided to purify the earth of wickedness and corruption through the flood, but also showed mercy by saving Noah and his family. In Genesis 6:17 to 18, Jehovah says, I am going to bring flood waters on the earth to destroy all life under the heavens, every creature that has the breath of life in it. Everything on earth will perish. But I will establish my covenant with you, and you will enter the ark, you and your sons and your wife and your sons' wives with you. This covenant underscores Jehovah's intent to preserve and restore life. Jesus also referred to Noah's flood as a historical event and a spiritual warning. In Matthew 24:37-39, Jesus says, "As it was in the days of Noah, so it will be at the coming of the Son of Man. For in the days before the flood, people were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, up to the day Noah entered the ark. And they knew nothing about what would happen until the flood came and took them all away. That is how it will be at the coming of the Son of Man." Jesus uses the flood to emphasize the need to be prepared and to live in accordance with Jehovah's will. The congregation plays a vital role in remembering and celebrating the story of Noah's flood. By gathering to study the Bible, pray, and worship together, we strengthen our faith and understanding of Jehovah and Jesus' teachings. In Hebrews 11:7, we are told, "By faith Noah, when warned about things not yet seen, in holy fear built an ark to save his family. By his faith he condemned the world and became heir of the righteousness that is in keeping with faith." This passage highlights the importance of faith in Noah's life and how his obedience resulted in the salvation of his family. Applying the teachings of Noah's flood to our daily lives involves living with a constant awareness of Jehovah's justice and mercy. Practicing daily devotion and meditating on the scriptures allows us to deepen our relationship with Jehovah and Jesus and live according to their teachings. We should strive to be righteous and faithful like Noah, trusting that Jehovah will guide and protect us in all circumstances. In conclusion, the numerous stories, myths, and legends about the flood in various cultures reflect a common theme of destruction and renewal. The biblical account of Noah's flood, with Jehovah's direct intervention and Jesus' reference, offers us a deeper understanding of Jehovah's justice, mercy, and redemptive purpose. May this reflection inspire us to live with active faith and deep love for Jehovah and Jesus, trusting in their guidance and protection, and anticipating with hope the promise of their eternal kingdom. Amen.